What makes Vietnam so irresistible to world powers? Vietnam, nestled in Southeast Asia, boasts a strategic location that has attracted the attention of world powers for centuries. It's a gateway to the east, a crucial link connecting the Pacific and Indian Oceans, and a crossroads of international trade routes. Historically, its rich resources and fertile lands have been a beacon for expansionist ambitions. The initial interest of world powers was largely driven by these factors. The French, the Americans, the Chinese, they all understood Vietnam's potential, its inherent value. It was more than just a piece of land, it was a piece of the global jigsaw puzzle, an essential component of geopolitical strategy. From a battlefield to a booming economy, Vietnam has a compelling story. A story of resilience and transformation, a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. And as we peel back the layers of its past, we'll see how this small nation has become a titan in the global arena. The Vietnam War, a conflict that lasted for nearly 2 decades, was a significant chapter in Vietnam's history. This war, also known as the Second Indochina War, began in the mid-1950s and stretched on until the mid-70s. The roots of the conflict trace back to the end of World War II, when Vietnam sought independence from French colonial rule. The North, led by Ho Chi Minh and the Viet Minh forces, sought to unify Vietnam under a communist regime, while the South, backed by the United States and other anti-communist allies, resisted this push. As the war escalated, it drew in major players on the world stage. The United States, fearing the spread of communism, heavily supported the South with military aid and troops. On the other side of the spectrum, North Vietnam found allies in the Soviet Union and China, who supplied them with weapons and other resources. The war was characterized by guerrilla warfare, brutal combat, and heavy bombing campaigns, including the infamous Operation Rolling Thunder. It was also marked by significant anti-war sentiment and protests around the globe, fueled by the war's heavy civilian casualties and televised footage of the conflict. In the end, the war took a devastating toll on Vietnam. Millions lost their lives, many of them civilians. The country's infrastructure was heavily damaged, and the economic impact was profound. The war concluded with the fall of Saigon in April 1975, when North Vietnamese forces captured the capital of South Vietnam. This marked the end of the war and the beginning of Vietnam's reunification under a communist government. However, the effects of the war were far from over. The country faced a difficult recovery, dealing with the physical and psychological aftermath of the conflict. The war also left a legacy of unexploded ordnance and the harmful effects of Agent Orange, a chemical weapon used extensively by the US military. The Vietnam War ended, but it left indelible marks on the country. Its impact still resonates today, shaping Vietnam's history and its current path in the world. After the war, Vietnam faced numerous challenges. The long drawn-out conflict had drained the nation's resources and left its economy in shambles. The war had not only claimed millions of lives but also ravaged the infrastructure, leaving cities and towns decimated. Yet, the spirit of the Vietnamese people remained unbroken. In the immediate aftermath, the government faced the Herculean task of rebuilding a war-torn nation. From the bustling cities of Hanoi and Saigon to the tranquil rice fields in the countryside, the entire nation needed to be reconstructed. But the economic challenges were even more daunting. The war had disrupted the traditional agrarian economy, and the nation had to find ways to jumpstart its industry and trade. The government implemented several economic reforms aiming to transform Vietnam into a socialist-oriented market economy. While these efforts were met with mixed success, they laid the groundwork for the economic boom that was to follow in the coming decades, but rebuilding the economy was only part of the equation. Vietnam also had to navigate the tricky waters of international relations. The war had left deep scars not just on the land and its people, but also on Vietnam's relationship with the world. The country had to work hard to rebuild its image and foster new alliances. The United States, once a formidable enemy, slowly became a significant trading partner. The shift in the relationship was not immediate or easy. It took decades of diplomatic efforts, but in a twist of fate, the country that had once been a battlefield became a vital cog in the global economy. Vietnam's post-war journey wasn't just about rebuilding, it was about redefining. It was about a nation striving to move beyond its past and redefine its place in the world. It was about a country, once ravaged by war, now standing as a symbol of resilience and transformation. Despite the turmoil, Vietnam was determined to rise from the ashes, and in many ways, it did. Its journey from a war-torn nation to a key player in the global economic stage is a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Vietnamese people. From a war-torn country, Vietnam has transformed into a growing economic power. This transformation didn't happen overnight, but it's the result of a series of economic reforms that began in the mid-80s. Known as Doi Moi, these reforms marked a significant shift from a centrally planned economy to a socialist-oriented market economy. The key was allowing private ownership of businesses and farms and promoting competition. Vietnam's economy today is characterized by a vibrant mix of industries. Agriculture, once the backbone of the economy, still plays a significant role. However, it's the manufacturing and information technology sectors that have become the new powerhouses. These sectors have been fueled by both domestic innovation and foreign investment. Indeed, the role of foreign investment in Vietnam's economic rise cannot be overstated. Thanks to its strategic location, competitive labor costs, and improving business environment, Vietnam has become an attractive destination for multinational companies. Apple, Samsung, and Google are just a few of the tech giants that have set up production facilities in the country, turning it into a global manufacturing hub. But it's not just about big tech. A myriad of other industries, from textiles to footwear, electronics to furniture, have also seen an influx of foreign investment. This has led to a significant increase in exports, which now account for a large chunk of the country's GDP. Vietnam's economic rise has also been accompanied by increasing integration into the global economy. The country is a member of the World Trade Organization and has signed numerous free trade agreements. This has opened up new markets for Vietnamese goods and attracted even more foreign investment. And let's not forget the role of the Vietnamese people in this economic transformation. Their resilience, hard work, and entrepreneurial spirit have been key drivers of growth. With an increasingly educated workforce, Vietnam is well positioned to continue its upward trajectory. Vietnam's transformation is nothing short of remarkable. From the ashes of war, it has risen to become a beacon of economic growth and development. The journey hasn't been easy, but the results speak for themselves. Today, Vietnam stands as a testament to resilience and growth. Its transformation from a war-torn, impoverished nation to a rising economic powerhouse is nothing short of remarkable. The country's economy, once heavily reliant on agriculture, has diversified and expanded into various sectors, including manufacturing and technology. Remarkably, Vietnam has managed to shift from a country known for producing coffee and rice to a country where millions of Apple MacBooks, AirPods, and Google Pixels are manufactured. Vietnam's impressive economic progress has not gone unnoticed by global superpowers. The United States, one of the major players in the Vietnam War, has become the largest buyer of Vietnamese goods. The ties between the two nations have evolved from conflict to cooperation, highlighting Vietnam's strategic importance in global trade. But it's not just the United States that recognizes Vietnam's potential. Other world powers, including Japan and the European Union, have also increased their investments in the country, further bolstering Vietnam's economic growth. Vietnam's relationship with its neighbor China is a complex one. Despite historical conflicts and territorial disputes, the two countries maintain significant trade relations. Yet, Vietnam's rapid economic rise and its strengthening ties with other superpowers have subtly shifted the dynamics of power in the region. Vietnam's role in the global economy continues to grow. Its strategic location, abundant workforce, and commitment to economic reforms have attracted multinational corporations, transforming the country into a manufacturing hub. Vietnam's success story serves as a model for other developing nations seeking to overcome economic challenges and improve their global standing. From the ashes of war, Vietnam has emerged as a phoenix, captivating the world with its growth and potential. So, why is Vietnam important to world powers? We've journeyed from the battlefields of the Vietnam War, a conflict that spanned nearly 2 decades and claimed millions of lives, to the bustling factories that dot the Vietnamese landscape today. We've seen how the goals and objectives of the war were not achieved, leading to a tactical withdrawal. Yet, despite the conflict, Vietnam has risen like a phoenix from the ashes. Today, Vietnam is a key player in the global economy, producing a vast array of goods from coffee and rice to cutting-edge technology products for some of the world's biggest companies such as Apple, Google, and Samsung. And who is the main buyer of Vietnamese products? None other than the United States, a poignant twist of fate. This journey underscores Vietnam's strategic significance to world powers. Vietnam's journey from war to economic growth is a testament to its strategic importance to world powers. From conflict to commerce, Vietnam continues to play a vital role in the world stage.